Hey guys, how's it going? It's Saturday and I am finally awake after a rough hockey game last night. They're all rough when you're old. But I've been getting emails about of course, all the algorithms. And on Saturday mornings, what all the emails are telling me is that I didn't price everything out appropriately at the beginning. I apologize for saying that I could do every single day in November for every single sport and make them the best that has ever been made and better than all the odds makers and that they would win because even though most of them do win a lot of the time and do better than average, they also take a lot of time, especially college basketball. So I will respond to money right away. I keep saying that. Like, if you're someone who needs the file and you want to get me out of bed, if you're like, hey, man, dude, I will send you $50 to just give me college basketball right now and spend 15 minutes, I'll probably do it. If you're like, I'll give you $5, I'd be like, I wouldn't give a hand job for crack for that. but no, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, how much do you want? And I'm like, you have your own budget. I'm sure some people will have a lot of money in the game and only want to spend $20 because they think that they pretend like Bill Cosby pretends to be poor when he goes buys a car in the old Cosby show. For those of you who are old and watch the Cosby show, there's a lot of things that people will do to get a good deal. Also, there's people who sent me like $350 after a good football weekend and started to talk about wanting to hang out and because they understand the value of what I'm doing. And the videos don't get a lot of views, right? Videos don't get like they barely get 100 views, and I think a lot of you kind of must wonder that. I've been doing this so long, why don't my videos get a lot of views? The answer is I have no idea. Maybe it's because doing all this crazy stuff in Excel is such a weird and like abstract mathematical thing that nobody even wants to take the time to look at this, that it just gets glossed over, or it's so hard. Like, let's talk about why it's so hard. I want to talk about updating the college basketball file because now that I'm in, I'm feeling a little better. I got enough sleep. Like, you got to get enough rest when you're in today's world of circulating viruses everywhere. Sleep is one of the best things you can get. So I got enough rest and I'm not crabby and I can actually update this thing appropriately because I sent out a sample version earlier today without the current stats yet. And I'll talk about something. Current year team stats. When you paste them in, this record column can get all screwed up if you get it in the wrong format. So the export out of RotoWire, which I don't think I shared that screen, but I just copied it. And now when you paste it, you need to not paste this one. Do not match destination form. You can do the regular paste. If you do the regular paste, the record comes in properly and there are no errors. Because otherwise you get errors everywhere. Everywhere. That is one that even took me a little while to figure out what was happening. So remember to do this as a regular paste when you bring in the current team stat one, because it has this record and it's all screwed up if that doesn't work right. So everything just broke, but now it just fixed itself. So watch what happens. So now we're going to refresh. We should have a look at the day. Yeah, I think we do. All right, so we're going to look at this in a second, and I'm going to post this up for everyone in the Google Sheet who needs it right now. There are not as many games as I thought. Google Sheet. Let's get this. Crappy. Yep. And like I said, I will not update scores today. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to end up updating scores today. What's going to happen. I can't say no, even though I want to say no. And I want to say no because I have so many other things I want to be doing. And to do this right just requires so much time. And even though I get some money from some people and I ask you for money, I don't get enough. No, I haven't got like $350 for somebody in like a year or more. Like, so it's not even, it's kind of, that's not entirely true. Over multiple algorithms, I've gotten that, but not just like a one-off. Like, nobody's ever sent me $500. Like, oh, Ken, I won 10 grand with your picks last night. Here's $500. Nobody's ever done that. Never happened. All right. So what happened here today for college basketball? And for Kelly out there, I'm doing your main payroll next. I'm actually done. I'm not going to do hockey or basketball in the Google Sheet today, even though I removed what I said here, until somebody says, hey, Ken, I really want NBA or I really want NHL. Can you do it? And then I'll do it. Because until somebody says that, I'll assume nobody wants it, right? I still have NFL to do and prepare for tomorrow and to do. And I don't think I'm going to do a video about NFL because it hasn't been working great. So college basketball becomes the thing you want to bet on anyway. Supposedly, if you're doing this as the smartest gambler you can be, then you want to be wagering on college basketball because it has the best lines. And we need to create a filter here. Let's see here. We need to go data, remove filter, and then create filter. And that will work. So now we can see, are there any good picks today by money line? And are they home? And guess what? A ton of these games are tournament games. I can almost identify some of them by team because I did them yesterday. But that is obviously really pertinent information. And other than looking at them one by one, which you would do if you would make a wager, you should actually go look at the game and make sure before you put your money on it. You want to know if any of these are actually true away teams or whether they're neutral site games. Like I know George Mason is in like Barbados or something, or St. Thomas. We could look yesterday. We could open up yesterday. Oh, I don't want to do this actually. I'm gonna do that because it's going to open up all of them. We could look at yesterday and see where these are playing to try to do it faster, but I have to do Kelly's payroll. We're doing tip and restaurant payroll, guys, and a bunch of other things. This is where you add tips. Kelly, if you're watching, put them here. If you worked on this day and you had $47 in tips, you can put them there and they're going to flow through to your pay stub and to all of your records. Okay. That's right. I can't do sports all the time, guys. Just not getting paid enough. If you want it, because you're wagering and you're winning, and you know that some of these teams are going to win, because if you paid attention to the review video I did last night, where I talked about what won and whether or not you made these straight bets, you did win making these kind of straight bets. And there are apparently all the way down to a 110 of Troy over Montana. There are, doesn't tell me the count, 492 to 508 looks like about 16 or 16. And some of these are huge. Low margin. Here's a decent margin. Stephen F. Austin over South Dakota State, 255. Is this a true home game with North Carolina A&T and Gardner Webb? Because that's a fantastic line. There's no home bump going on in this at all. We could bump this thing up 5%. We can also view it in the pivot table in the Excel file, which I sent you. And you could update yourself, even if it wasn't updated. You can see how easy it is with a subscription to RotoWire. Our underdogs are here. And now we're looking at our underdogs by margin. It's another way to look at it. Crazy, weird strength of schedule difference in the San Jose State game. And they're also away. And they're also a little injured. So I can see why this was a 5% bump. Let's go back to a 0% bump. I like a 0% bump because we don't know which one of these games are neutral site games, remember? And that gives us a lot of underdogs. And it gives us this Detroit game against Florida Atlantic. Detroit plus 10. All right, so what am I going to bet today? Because I have money in my account. I don't want to pay attention to this all day. So what do I just bet? I don't know, guys. Nobody sent me money, and I don't really care to share because I don't want to spend more time on it. But sending me money will get me to spend more time on it because it'll make me know that you guys care. All right, good luck. May I picks me money.